Hi, my name is Catherine Cruz, and we'll be talking about standardized testing. Are the standardized test scores the best measure of a student's learning? I firmly believe that standardized testing is not the best way to measure students' learning. Students learn in multiple fashions and in multiple environments. Standardized testing isn't familiar to everyone, so let's define what standardized testing is. Study in the USA defines standardized testing as a test that is given to students in a very consistent manner, meaning that the questions on the test are all the same, the time given to each student is the same, and the way in which the test is scored is the same for all students. In America, students begin taking standardized tests in elementary school. Once students are in high school, they will have to take the ACT or SAT, which are standardized tests that are used to see how ready the student is for college. But I ask you, is that the best way to evaluate a student for college? Learning happens in an array of manners, as pictured on the left. But with standardized testing, the way a student is measured of how well they have processed all their learning is by filling in a circle. Multiple choice. Many parents feel concerned with their children being judged on the basis of only a test that doesn't correlate with actual learning. ASCD states that if a school's standardized test scores are high, people think that school's staff is effective. If a school's standardized test score are low, they see the school staff as ineffective. In either case, because educational quality is being measured by the wrong yardstick, those evaluations apt to be in error. ASCD also states that standardized achievement test scores should be regarded as rough approximations of student status with respect to the content domain represented by the test. Standardized achievement tests should not be used to evaluate the quality of education. That's not what they are supposed to do. ASCD also states that standardized achievement tests should be used to make the comparative interpretations that they were intended to provide. They should not be used to judge educational quality. Here are some of the pros. The test can help compare schools across America. Standardized testing can be helpful to compare scores from year to year. If one year's scores suddenly increase, then they can look back and see what was done differently to achieve those results. Standardized tests can help the educators review their curriculum to see where and what they need to improve based on their test scores. Cons. It's easy to look at a student's score and assume that score is all they are capable of academically. It can be very hard on the student if they feel like they didn't do as well as what they wanted to. The students might judge their own learning of the entire year off of their test score. When educators start to feel like their job could be on the line if their students don't do well on the test, then the teachers may start teaching only to have their students pass the test. Testing methods, test anxiety, illness, and other factors could contribute to poor test taking. High test scores could just show that a student is good at multiple choice test taking. For example, the same students that could test low in multiple choice grammar could be excellent in essay writing and reading. ASCD states that what teachers need are assessment instruments that measure worthwhile skills or significant bodies of knowledge. Then teachers need to show the world that they can instruct children so that those children make striking pre-instruction to post-instruction progress. The fundamental point is this: if educators accept the position that standardized achievement test scores should not be used to measure quality of schooling, then they must provide other credible evidence that could be used to ascertain the quality of schooling. Carefully collected non-paradigm evidence regarding teachers' pre-test to post-test promotion of undeniable important skills or knowledge just might do the trick. I think that the tests are okay to measure year over year on how the teacher and school is doing to keep in line with the expectations of the state, but I do not think that the students should see these scores. The teacher's job shouldn't be on the line, but it can be used as a tool to help the teachers. I also think that the other forms of testing should be included into the standardized tests. This would help all students in all areas correctly be assessed to help the teachers accurately see how the students are academically progressing. Whitby said it best: assessments are useful when they're used as data to help schools improve the quality of the teaching and learning. They become harmful, however, when tests are used to judge students' natural abilities and when educators are put under pressure to teach to the tests. Here are the references used.